Hello everyone. I'm going to be playing Territory War. Now, I played this game a lot, back when I was in school, and now, years later, I'm finally going to be playing it again. So I'm gonna do the campaign and then the challenges after. So campaign first. Let's begin. Mission 1. The first mission pits you in a 3 versus 3 battle for control of the island. Last team standing wins. And now I can create my team. Now I'm going to choose myself, and I'm going to be the first person. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I am not the best at coming up with names. So I'm just going to take a second and try and figure out some names for the other two people. And I'll see you then when I do. I got my team, let's go. Here we are on the island, and the music is Fight Music of Death by Speed Metal Messiah. And there's the opponents. So, now I can just move and stay. I'm gonna move. I can move and I can jump. And then I can also stop. Now I can attack with either a grenade, a gun, or a boot, or I can stay. Well, obviously I'm going to use a grenade. And let's see how this works. Well, I guess there's no reason for me to see how it works. I already know how to play this. Anyway, Jim. You take out Bob. The characters that I chose are fictional characters that I like. So we have Zapara. Let's start. And there goes Jim. And here's Chihiro. There goes Bob. And now we just have Joe. Who keeps blowing me up. Alright. Yeah, that's what the boot does. And now Chihiro's gonna come up from behind and headshot. And I win. Alright, on to mission 2. The CPU is back for a rematch on the island, but they brought an extra player with them this time. Alright, mission 2, let's start. We're back on the island. Bob and Joe are back, and they brought Steve and Mark. Jim is gone. Whoops, I think I overshot it. Hopefully they realize that we're not down there. Or not, that would make it easier for us. Joe's out. Bob just moved an inch and then stopped moving. Alright. Mark's out. And Bob is almost. Good shot. Well, I think we won. Bob is not even going to try, so... Zapara with the mercy kill. Never mind. Meant to kick him in the water. Anyway, we win. Mission 3. Stepping it down a notch, your first battle in the graveyard is only 2-on-2. Alright, and it's just me and Zapara. And now we have Spook by Denvish as the song. And Jane and John are the enemies. And there goes Jane. And John has just given up. Another mercy kill. And I win. On to mission 4. The stakes are doubled this time, now with a 4-on-4 match in the graveyard. Chihiro's back, and now we have my third fictional character that I like. I'm going with Ralsei. And now they have Jim and Joyce. Well, I think the joy is about to stop here. Never mind. Alright. I try to be funny and it ends with me getting blown up. Oh great, I'm dead now. you see that? Chihiro was just walking on the spot for a second there. Anyway. Well, I took a tiny bit off Jim. Also, probably should have said this at the start, but apologies if my voice is kind of low. I had to turn down the volume on the entire, internet, just so you could actually hear me. It's at 25, and we are getting blown. Not like that. And there we go, we're finally gonna do something again. Unfortunately, my aiming is bad. And I might actually lose this. Luckily, John's given up. I don't know how that wasn't a headshot, but alright. Well, Rousey's out. But so is Jane. We finally took one person out. But Zapara's gone, and it's just Chihiro. Now, I think Chihiro's done. Or maybe not. If I could take out Jim, then... there we go. I might have a chance. We win. Or, I win. On to mission 5. Blast off into space for a 3 versus 3 battle in the void. Alright, we lost Rousey, but we still have Sapara and Chihiro. Let's begin. Here's Polar 240 by Paragon X9. Personally, I'd say this is my favorite song in the game. And hey, look, I'm back. I'm not gonna do anything though. Here's Yarvin. Goes through a grenade in his face. They also got Zark and Irvin. And Yarvin's barely getting hit. Try and knock him into space. I'm much better. It does, not just in this game, but in probably like games in general. I feel like I'm better from attacking from afar rather than up close. And Yarvin's out. Unfortunately, no one else can hit us. Which is actually good. Anyway. Great, now I'm throwing grenades into the void. Or into space. And Irvin didn't even try. Here goes Zark. Okay, Sapara at least tried to throw a grenade. But Chihiro's gonna be able to. And there we go, with not a single bit of HP lost. On to mission 6. Once again, the odds are against you with a rematch in the void. 4 on 5. Rouse is back. And remember what I said about the void's music being my favorite song in the game? This is personally my least favorite mission. As we now have Yarvin, Zark, Irvin, Sudur, and Paul. And I'm still not going to do anything. And with the odds stacked against me, you'd really think that this would be difficult. Well, not exactly. The only difficult part is potentially blowing people over to us. Just blow them right back, and it'll be easy. Hey, so I can't move. I don't know why that happens. Yeah, it happens sometimes. And there goes Yarvin. Already dead, but now he's really dead. And Sudur doesn't get a turn. Alright, let's see how good my accuracy is. That was great, actually. Alright, but Zark is gonna come to the main area. And stand there like an idiot. While Zapara blows him into space. And Sudur gets his chance now. Too bad that's gonna do nothing. And now Cole enters the main area. And now Paul gets blown into space. And now Irvin gets on the main platform. And now I fail to blow Irvin into space. And now Sudur's on the main platform. And now they actually finally managed to do damage. For the first time since 2 missions ago. Yeah, could you believe 2 missions ago we almost lost? Alright, now Siddur has blown Rousey into space. And now I've fallen into space. I meant to jump, but... whoops. And now Siddur has given up. And there's the win. Mission 7. A classic game of King of the Hill. Kill the two opposing CPU opponents before they can take your hill. Alright, I'm by myself. I don't know why, but yay. Here's Crunchfest by Funk BRS. Here's Tom, and who was the other person? Mary. Well, there goes Mary. Alright, Tom. Your wife is gone. What are you gonna do now? He's gonna commit suicide. Yippee. Anyway, I win. Mission 8. Another 4 on 5, this time on the hill. Wait, hang on. I don't know why the music was overlapping. There we go. Sorry about that. So who do we got now? Phil, Ben, and Kim. And Tom and Mary are back. Well, first thing I'm doing is taking the hill. Alright, Mary and Phil are almost on top of each other. And now Ben's on top of all of them. And now Kim's gonna join them, right? No, Kim's gonna be different. Tom's gonna try and blow me off the mountain, but he's only gonna succeed in blowing himself. Now Mary's gonna try. Now Phil's gonna come join her. Too bad this can only end one way. With both of them being knocked down. Ben's gonna try, and no guesses how that turns out. Yep, he also gets knocked back. Tom came back, and there he goes. Well, Mary's out. Thanks, Phil. There's your present. Now Phil's out. And now Ben's out. And Kim... Unfortunately, Rousey has a little present for Kim, and that is... almost. Oh well, unfortunately for Kim, the Queen herself has one single present. And that is a grenade, which completely missed. Never mind. Mercy kill. And I win. On to mission 9. An introductory 2-on-2 level for the final... An introductory 2-on-2 battle for the final level, the Junkyard. Just me and Sapara. And hold on by a random access, red circle. Here's Mandy and Pat. And here is... the second last level, I guess. Here, come down here with me. Except, don't actually, because I'm gonna die. And now I'm dead. Alright, Mandy killed herself and Pat. And now it's time for the final mission. The final battle. A full-on 6 versus 6. in the junkyard. Well, great, now I gotta come up with 2 different names. So, I'll be back once I have those 2 names figured out. The final mission. Here we are. My group has been assembled, and we face Sean, Matt, Joe, Jesse, Emily, and PJ. I lead my squad of, well, 3 fictional characters that I like and 2 extras. And Zapara's gonna lead everyone up here. They do their whole thing, but I do the thing everyone wants to see. Well, I should probably introduce you to my last 2 members. Here's now you could probably tell what that's a reference to. Yes, it is a reference to the Amazing Digital Circus, which, by the way, episode 9 is going to be released in a few days. I'm really hoping to get tickets to see it in theater. Anyway, they're gonna follow me, and now we have the last member, the 6th. Here's Axel. Someone that I consider one of my friends. So, yeah, I honestly, I didn't actually ask him if I could use his name. Hopefully he's fine with this. If you're not, then sorry, Axel. Anyway. My squad is here, and I'm gonna not move, actually. That's gonna boost Sean a bit. Unfortunately, that's not gonna work because that's a grenade. Rousey, you might want to get back up. Or not. They all want to go up there, except I'm only going to send... Well, since they're not coming over here, I guess I might as well. Alright, I think that was Sean that just died. See if I can name this properly. Nope, not at all. Alright. Alright, Joe with the betrayal. Sorry if the music's like slightly cracking. Alright, let's bring Rousey back, because now no one's at the top. And they just kick the air. Who really cares now? This is the last level. Stuck the gun in Matt's head. Emily and PJ are kind of scared, as you can see. And I'm just crouched down. Alright, perfect aim. Oh, it actually was. I honestly thought it would go through one of the gaps. Alright, PJ's finally got to move, and probably a bad idea. I can't move for some reason. Can't aim high enough. But they can't aim low enough. They've just given up. They've just completely given up. Yeah, I can finally move again. And I still can't hit them. But they still can't hit me, even though Rousey's right in front of them. And Zapara's out. And now PJ's out. Now it's just down to Emily. You know what I say we do? I say... we just embarrass Emily. Or Emily can kick me, which, you gotta die. We didn't lose anyone else. And that's it for all the missions. But wait. We're not playing the credits just yet. Because there's another mission. Mission 11. Bonus mission. This is a one-on-one match against none other than the red-headed cowboy himself. Yep, it's me. And it's The Bitter and the Sweet by Cock Jockey. And it's Chuck. When did it say this game was made? Like 2006? So yep, we gotta face Chuck Norris. Now, I don't think that's what his head... There is a head in the game labeled like... Chuck, I think, or Norris. That is not what it looks like. But you know what? I guess it kind of doesn't feel right since he actually did die. But that's it. I win. And now on to the challenges. This is the first level of grenade tossing. Just toss a grenade through all the rings on screen as fast as you can. You know, I probably should have done this first, but I don't really care. Let's start. Go. I got gold. I'm gonna try and get gold for everything. Challenge 2. Level 2 of grenade tossing. Some of them are harder to reach, and there's more, too. It's silver, not good enough. There we go. Challenge 3. This is the final grenade test. Get a gold here, and you're a certified grenade master. Watch out for the moving ones, though. Well, the first thing that actually gives me problems is the first moving one. Somehow that was gold. Challenge 4. Level 1 shooting challenge. Fail this and shoot yourself, but you probably miss. Probably not. Yeah, I can just rapid fire, just in case you're wondering. Challenge 5. Smaller targets, changing positions. Ouch. See how easy it is if you just rapid fire? Challenge 6. Challenge 6. The targets are now the same size as the heads in battle mode. Go get 'em, sniper. Boom. I got all the challenges. And now custom battle. Well, a custom battle is basically just to make your own battle. You can choose your hats: top hat, party hat, madness, afro, toboggan, spikes, Mario, crown, ball cap, jester, bowler, hominid, Pico, bunny, beanie, hunting, Sean, Afro Ninja, Tom Folk, Wade Folk, Norris, or PJ. I'm gonna use the Norris head just so I can show you what it looks like. So yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, never mind. Just quit here. Alright, never mind. That's not what it's supposed to look like. Well, anyway. I guess I should just say now. So, this game was made by Afro Ninja Productions. Click the first link in the description if you want to play the game yourself. Click the second link in the description if you want to follow me on social media. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment if you want to say something or if you want to request another game for me to play. Subscribe if you want to hear me ramble over gameplay footage again. And I upload gameplay videos every 15 days, but if you want to know when I upload, because I occasionally upload random stuff in between, you can also turn on notifications. And that's it.